Hello, everyone. So, Michael Kitson once said awareness is a key ingredient in success. If you have it, teach it. If you lack it, seek it. When I see this quotation, what I mean is we have been listening to the news channels all day. And yes, I'm talking about the coronavirus, which has been termed as pandemic, endemic, and whatnot, according to the dictionaries. But is it something really concerning as much as we see it into the internet world, onto the TVs, onto the medias? Because people have taken it as opportunity. They have started doing black marketing about the sanitizers and the mask and whatnot. Recently I've heard in the news that there's some people who have come across with the other opportunities where they are going to the house to house, door to door, and they're saying that we are the government people, we're going to be sanitizing your house. And that is how they are making their opportunities when they are robbing out the houses and other stuff. So the question is it something really serious that we need to think upon? Because as per the news, as per the media, the world is covering, we can certainly analyze that, okay, this is something which is very, very important part that has become in this time era that we are living in. But nobody is bothered to talk about the data. Nobody is bothered to talk about what exactly the figure is. Why are we being so worried about it? So today in the morning at 6:15 when I was going through WHO website, I found that if we talk about India, we have got just 137 positive coronavirus which has been detected up till now, and 3 death. As compared to the population that we are the second largest populated country in the entire world, and our population is 17.7% of total world's population's equivalent. So we got to understand that this particular number that we are talking about, 137, is very, very less when we see as the ratio, when we see it as a proportion. But media, TV, news channel, social media, it has made it hype in such a way that we are afraid of getting out of our houses. We are not willing to meet anybody. We are not willing to send our kids to school. We are not willing to join any public parties and whatnot, just to be taking the precautionaries about the coronavirus. But is that really something that you need? You got to find this answer. And when I say this, I'm sharing the description of the WHO website in description part. Get onto that website. If we can spend whole day being on our phone talking to our loved ones and browsing the internet, doing something or the other over the phone, I guess we can spend 15 to 20 minutes spending time for our well-being and for our society and the people we love around ourselves. Because whatever we see, we have started believing it, because that is how we have been staying in our society because of this internet world. And if you would have seen my past video, I have always been talking about how this internet world has been something which I would say is a black world. It does not always portray the correct story or the truth as compared to what we see in. So, when we talk about data, the total number of globally confirmed coronavirus positivity report is 1,79,112, out of which 7,426 death has already happened. If we talk about India, as I told you earlier, it was 137 today in the morning. 3 deaths. Most of the people, those who have been detected with the coronavirus, they have traveling history. They have been traveling to India from some or the other country. Death that has happened, most of them have been old age people. So, what we really need to understand is this particular coronavirus is something which is majorly getting into those who had got some kind of a respiratory infection, some respiratory problems. And when we talk about India, we are a youth country, because if you would see, the median age of our country is 28.4 years, which means we are a youth country, right? So instead of spreading these news and the rumors, I would really appreciate if you can spend like 15 to 20 minutes onto the WHO websites, go read out there and understand that is it something really, all those big terms that we are giving it to this pandemic and endemic and I don't know what else. So we need to use our own human intelligence. We need to spend some time doing our homework to read out of the certain stuff for which we are seeing that the entire world is being all havoc, and they have been living in all those afraids, they have been living in all those trauma of this coronavirus. And the reason why I had to talk about it today, because again, social media, I have been seeing too much of posts and stuff like that. Everybody is talking about the reports about the patients, those who have been detected with the coronavirus. Nobody is talking about the precautions. Nobody is willing to talk about the data. Nobody is willing to talk about the logic, because that is something which is not going to give them the TRP. This is something which is not gonna, they might not gonna get audience for that, unless until they create it as a scenario they want it to be portrayed in front of you. So please get onto the WHO website, look into the things and analyze it. When it comes to the precautions, yes, it is mandatory to go ahead and wash your hands with sanitizers and hand washes and everything. Mask, again, I have seen people using mask. So mask has to be specifically for those people, those who are taking care of their well-being around being surrounded by the people, those who have positive coronavirus in them. So do not get into any kind of trend as if people are wearing mask, I'm also gonna wear it. Try and understand, get into the correct path, get into the correct points, get into the correct precautionaries that actually is required. Because the social media is something that makes everything trend. Hashtag mask, hashtag coronavirus is out and stuff and whatnot. And the moment we start seeing people on the social media, we start doing same, forgetting that we are actually creating havoc around the society and around the world without thinking of the actual data. So if I talk about those 137 people who have been detected with the coronavirus and the number of cured people, you would say that the percentage and the ratio of the curiousness is way high as compared to what we are portraying it to. So get into the picture, get into the data. I'm just sending the links to you people. And if you people have any kind of query that you want to talk to me, I would certainly be more than happy to talk about it. Please comment, what do you think? If this is something which is giving you something that you have not thought about, be that multi-dimensional thought processing person who can at least bear 15-20 minutes for people you love. And please make sure that you spread this awareness rather than going with the flow, putting in the status and forwarding and sharing those messages that has no base at all. So signing off for this video, we'll be meeting soon. Subscribe the channel, make sure that you're putting on the bell icon on. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.